No one forgave me when I made a mistake. Break the cycle, right?
May had nothing to do with the fire.
You're sure? How do you know?
Because I have a confession from the person who did.
Really?
Tegan Perry is responsible for the fire, but it was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. Tegan went looking for the will and accidentally knocked a candle over inside the house. The fire grew out of control. I questioned her myself. I believe her.
I'm afraid I can't just take your word for it. Will Tegan give us the same testimony?
Yes, I believe so.
Well, the house is going to be demolished anyway. And while I wish I could give out punishment for withholding information, I suppose we can keep this at a misdemeanor level. Perhaps a fine, some community service. What a mess.
This has been a very tough time for everyone. I think the damage has been done.
Agreed, but...
Judge, did you ever interview May? Get a statement from her? Anything on record?
Well, not exactly.
So you just assumed she was guilty of the crime without even speaking with her?
A case needed to be built.
There was no case, because you never needed to make one. You thought she was guilty, and so you treated her accordingly.
Miss True, I ask that in this office you treat me with respect.
You deserve as much respect as I'm currently giving you, Judge.
Nancy, maybe we should...
You made this poor girl's life a living nightmare because of something she did when she was young. She was a kid, Your Honor. Her entire life molded and built and destroyed by an event she barely remembers. Can you imagine what that does to someone? Can you imagine what that does to her family? To her friends?
Well, that is a bit unfair.
You know, this town has a history of judges behaving without sound jurisprudence. And I would expect that after 300 years, you would be able to right that wrong.
Perhaps. You have a point. But my concerns are not unfounded. You think Jason is a screw-up now? What would have happened if he had been friends with her?
He is friends with her, Judge.
What? How's that possible? I thought at least I would know.
A judge is supposed to judge people on their actions alone, not the people they call their friends. I just hope you remember that when you sentence Jason, because his crimes aren't imagined. They're real, and they deserve real punishment.
I just wanted to say I'm sorry.
For what?
We always promised that a secret was the most important thing in the world, and we would never break it. And I did.
You saved my life. If Nancy hadn't found me, well...
I'm going to be gone. For a while. I've really screwed up.
Still, I know who you are. There's a good person hidden below this pretty boy exterior.
Come on.
You may go away, but that good part never will.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Yeah. Come on. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm actually happy you came. Just a bit.
Of course. The celebration party is the best part of most cases.
No. Well, yes. Sure. But I meant to say one. I still don't understand why you went out of your way to do any of this. It makes me kind of feel like a jerk for not talking to you when you first came here.
I understand things have been tough for you. Please, don't worry about it. I'm just happy I was able to help.
You are. For sure. I'm going to art school. I don't think I mentioned it, but I'm really excited. And nervous. I've never really left Salem before.
And hey, maybe we'll meet again sometime.
Yeah, that wouldn't be the worst, I guess.
Nancy, so glad you're here.
Of course. I wouldn't miss the party after all we went through.
Hey, shouldn't you ask her? You know, the thing we talked about.
Oh, yeah, right. So, Nancy, the thing we talked about before? Have you thought about it? Starting a detective agency, I mean.
The Hardys and Drew Detective Agency. Has a nice ring to it, no?
Guys, I don't know.
Oh, sorry, your name can be placed first, of course. If that helps persuade you.
I'm gonna have to think about it. Hey there. How are you holding up?
I can't believe Alicia would do this. I trusted her, you know? Things would have been really bad if you hadn't exposed her for who she is.
I'm sorry. You couldn't have known. Did the judge have a chance to talk to you about the house? It is yours, of course. But maybe it would be fitting to have a memorial for the accused witches there?
The estate has a lot of ground, and it would be nice to have a memorial to remind us of the injustices that took place here, so that they never happen again. Ever. I'll think about it and talk to the AW organization about what they prefer. It's a good idea.
I'm glad you see it that way.
And who do we have here? If it isn't the insightful red-headed witch herself.
I thought you were the only real witch around here.
There's always room for another witch in the coven, Nancy Drew. And I have to say, someone with your magical insights, clairvoyance even, would make a great fit.
I have always wanted to ride on a broom. Would make it easier to get an overview of crime scenes.
But really, thank you for bringing us all together again. It feels like ages since I was able to talk openly with Lauren. It's great to finally have the curse from that night lifted. Thank you.
You didn't have to.
What? I told the truth. Or at least the truth you told me.
200 hours community service. It's not like I don't do that already, though.
What was that exhibit you were planning?
Which street art?
Who's the artist?
I think you know her.
Do you ever feel...
Remorse for not sticking up for my sister? We'll probably be dealing with that for the rest of my life. She doesn't hate me nearly enough for what I put her through. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You're the only reason she doesn't think I'm a complete dirtbag. Lauren deserves that place. She does.
You sound genuine.
Don't be so surprised. She's had a tough life too, you know. I'm not mad at her. I hope that maybe she will see eye to eye with me someday.
You did set fire to her house.
Yeah, there is that. It hasn't all been crime and punishment, though. We had so many great memories.
You should never take any relationship for granted.
You sound like you know.
Ask my poor boyfriend.
Honestly, you should be lucky to have someone like you. I wish I did. What's this? Oh, it was so long ago. I had my own photo, but it got kind of trashed.
I got this one from Olivia. She wanted you to have it. She said she didn't want you to feel alone.
Oh, that's so sweet of her. I'll keep this then if you don't mind. We should probably try to work things out. It was so long ago. We used to be good friends, the three of us. Thank you for giving this to me.
So, ready to leave yet?
But I just got here.
Not the house. Salem. You always wrap up your cases in a nice bow to run off for the next one the day after, don't you?
This time, I might actually take a vacation.
Doesn't sound like your style, but if you say so. Look, we had our moments during the past few days. In the end, you cleared May's name. So thanks.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure to help.
Ugh, that attitude just kills me. You did get Tegan off the hook too, though. I hate to admit it, but for a moment, I actually felt happy I called you here. Don't get used to it. I can handle cases on my own, and I've just emptied your praise quota for the coming year.
I know you can. I'll see you around. I got it. Ready? Austria. Yeah, I know I was just there. but I didn't really get to enjoy it much. I feel like there's a lot more exploring left to do there. Did you know Schönbrunn Palace has 1,440 rooms? Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can stay there. I'm sure we could find something close by. Yes, I promise. No cases this time. Just the two of us.